What's up, guys? It's the Cinematic Controller here, and today we're playing Schedule 1, a game that's been receiving a lot of hype as of late due to it being recently released at the beginning of 2025. And it's a pretty good game, pretty solid. It's one of those games that demonstrates that you don't need a big studio to make a pretty good game, and that sometimes an unfinished game can work to the advantage of the developer if they do it right and they get like advice and recommendations and of stuff that the players want in the game. So today we'll be starting our walkthrough of this game. Will be called the Cinematic Dealers. We're skipping the prologue because it's honestly kind of not necessary. The game will kind of tell you how to do stuff, no matter whether you've done the prologue or not. Also, the controls are pretty easy to pick up, so we're gonna jump straight into this game. The game takes place in like Highland Point, which is supposed to be like the northeast. I'm guessing from like the kind of look of the land with the trees and like it having a whole bunch of like water on the outside. So it's probably like the northeast, like in Maine or something. You're a small town dealer from the south, and a fresh town with no cash, no product, and no contacts. You only know one way to make money. It's time to get to work. Time to stop pedaling. Whoop whoop. Hey, the RV. That's the RV from Breaking Bad. And one thing that's crazy is that this game is developed, made, and everything by one guy. It's not in a studio, it's one dude made this. Schedule 1. Fire title. Pretty solid soundtrack. And honestly, it's pretty easily, like, fantastically designed game. Time to create our character, though. Add a little bit of weight. We're gonna make him a little bit more white. Purple hair. Smug. No facial hair. Boop. Eyeball color. We're gonna leave all that the same. All that the same. T-shirt. We're gonna go for a black one. Cargos. We're gonna go for like that color, and then sneakers. We're gonna go for black. And we are done. Time to start this up. Ooh, damn. Welcome to Highland Point. Open your phone and read your messages. I've heard you're in some trouble, but it's not talk over your mobile phone. Go find a payphone. You win. I'm just gonna grab those. You never know when they could be useful. Out there. I'll grab everything else though. Talk to you in at a payphone. Man, it's crazy to think there's payphones still, but also it's crazy to think the amount of payphones there are in this game. God damn. Good to hear your voice, buddy. Looks like our luck finally ran out. The Fed's got me locked up while I wait for a trial. Glad to hear you managed to slip out though. Back before I moved to Serena Flats, I used to live out there in Highland Point. Not the nicest town, but plenty of opportunity for someone in your line of work. If memory serves, I've got some cash stashed out there. Ain't much, but it'll be enough to get you back on your feet. You can find a stash near Town Fountain, in the canal, and behind the supermarket. Go grab it, head back to your RV, and we'll go from there. Pretty nice little start. God damn, gas prices $3.84 for garbage gas, $4.78 for regular gas, mega gas $5.52, and what the fuck? That type of gas for $6.68. God damn. Inflation apparently didn't escape video games either. Time to hit the canal, cause the canal's one of the points. I don't know how people don't notice this when they go to their town fountain, that there's like a cubby hole thing in the like base of their fountain. Like, how does a kid not like stumble upon that and just like accidentally open it at $120 and just fly out? Like, it's very kind of unrealistic where it's placed, but I think that's like the premise of this though, is it's very unrealistic. Alrighty. Uh-oh. Investigate the explosion. Let's see who did what. Through the trees we go, through the trees we go. In the forest, not the RV. No! Read the note. Welcome to Highland Point. This is our territory. Don't interfere. TV. Talk to Uncle Nelson at a payphone. Let's see what Uncle Nelson has to tell us. Well, shit, that ain't ideal. There's a powerful cartel known, the Benezes family. I figured they'd eventually be a problem, but didn't think they'd find you this quickly. Looks like you're going to need somewhere low-key to stay for a while. Head over to a motel and ask about getting a room. After that, you'll need some new equipment. There's a hardware store just northeast. We'll grab a grow tent, soil, and a watering can. Well, it's almost like I had a feeling that was going to happen, but time to head to the motel. Thrifty threads. Nothing in there looks that thrifty. A laundromat, who still uses that shit, bro? Taco ticklers. So it looks like a fusion of like McDonald's with Taco Bell. And of course, the royalty-free Cuke. I'd like to rent a room. Yeah. Check out the room. Yeah, it's nothing special. It's just a average ass motel room. Time to head to the hardware store. ATM deposit. Boop. I work in agriculture. Well, ain't that nice? I always fancied being gardening myself. Here's some speed growing in the house. Welcome to Highland Point. Thanks, bro. I definitely don't know in what reality someone thinks that a grow tent soil is something that just someone in agriculture would need. Kind of interesting, but time to place the grow tent and fill with some soil. We're gonna place it in this corner and then any soil, acceptable quality soil. 25 liters of soil. That's weird because soil doesn't measure through liters, it's measured through cubic feet, but time to pull some water. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Alright, time to talk to Uncle Nelson at the payphone. Again, surprising how many of these there are. You're almost ready to go, but you're missing one key ingredient. Seeds. You'll need to speak to a supplier to get your hands on some seeds. I'll pass your local number on to Albert Hoover, the local seed supplier. Send him a message and request a dead drop. I vouch for you, so you won't have to pay up front. Your order will go in your tab, which you can pay off in the future. Thanks, Uncle Nelson. Message, Albert Hoover. I need an order. We're going to go ahead and order as much as it'll let us, just so we're a little ahead. So we can order 9 of them. Okay. So we're going to wait a bit, so I'll see y'all when it gets closer to that point in time. What's up, guys? So we are back, and finally the dead drop hit. So let's get our seeds right here. Which I definitely over-prepared, but I figure it's better to over-prepare for this stuff than to under-prepare, as it'll help give us a leg up later on down the road to already have this stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and get this little guy in there, and then boom, 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 boom. Alright, while that's doing that, we're going to go get the rest of our stuff we need. So in the time frame that I was waiting, I did go ahead and pick up some of the trash around it, because there's the cash trash machines, or trash for cash, which basically you pick up trash around the area, you put it on there, and it gives you a certain amount of money, like different amounts based on the items in there. So figured it was worth the effort, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get I guess I didn't actually. There we go. Alrighty. Time to go get this stuff done. Back to the motel. Motel, hotel. There we go. And then we're gonna throw those there. I think that's the definition of disposed of. Now we're gonna take advantage of this scenario. Boom, boom. Hey, get back here. Recycling for the environment's sake. Except I feel like that probably kills the environment more than any of the trash would have in that thing. It's getting there. It's 83%. Throw those up there. It's kind of funny that this also has like TVs where you can do stuff, so this definitely reminds me of the dinosaur game from like Google, like when you wouldn't have internet connection. Now we're getting to the point where we're ready. Ready to go. Alrighty. definitely not the best quality stuff, but grown quite quickly. We're going to go ahead and pack all of this, just so we don't have to do it later. Boom. Products, this. We're going to raise that to 40. And sure thing. Alright. Time to complete our first deal. Good old Kyle.
Huh?
Damn, Kyle. Where'd life go so wrong, little buddy? Time to buy another grow tent. I'd like to purchase that. And then 2 of those. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. It's kind of weird for places to not take cash, but it is. Gold Sam. Yep. So you're expecting just one, buddy. There we go. Soil. And with that, honestly, I would say that that's a pretty good place to end it off for the day. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you did, also enjoy this game. Like, if you enjoyed this, also comment what your favorite, what you would like to see next, like what type of content, whether it's like Skyrim or something like that. Just let me know what type of content y'all want to see, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out, squad.